All I did was the countdown.
Yep.
Wow, you guys missed out on some major world-changing information because I didn't hit the go live button. What's new? Nice shirt.
Thanks. You too.
You can't see it. I usually sleep in it. I'm all ready for bed. I'm tired. It glows in the dark, so sometimes I'll get up and go to the bathroom and come back and it scares me.
That's great.
Absolutely true story.
Interesting.
Yeah, what's going on? How's the kid? How's the wife? How's the gerb?
Good. Everything's good, I guess, as well as it can be.
Cool. You got 17 Christmas trees now?
No, we just did the two, the regular one and then Charlie Brown's.
You're late.
That was like a while ago.
Oh. Well, I was listening to Michael Bubble Christmas music, so I probably missed it. Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, just the one tree, really. Unless you count Charlie Brown's, which I think we talked about last week and you didn't.
Yeah, we totally do.
Have to,
We count them. Cool. So, Mandalorian.
Yes.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Script had problems, but...
Well, of course it did.
They always do.
Of course.
Oh, she left me.
Yeah. Everything else about it was pretty much great.
So, yeah. There are a lot of people I'm hearing lately, they're like, this episode felt like a fan film. And I'm like, this whole series feels like a fan film.
That's exactly what this whole series is. This is what this series was leading up to, is being so much of a fan film.
Yeah.
The Jedi one was a fan film.
Yep. Felt like it.
Every episode is a fan film of
a
Mandalorian doing stuff, or you're seeing other characters from the Star Wars universe doing stuff.
Do you think that is a film quality? Like, if they had a better, more cinematic looking film quality to their show, that it wouldn't feel as weird?
No, I think it's just the look they're going for, unfortunately. Trying to make it like an old school Western as much as they can. And it's just the look that they're trying to pull off. Is not really low budget, but I think it's also a problem with going digital completely and using the green screens the way they're using them. It's great technology and it's so cool, but it's still in its infancy. It's like back in the 90s when they started doing CGI. Go back and watch those movies and it's like, wow.
Except for Jurassic Park, because there was so little CG actually in it. Yeah.
I'm talking about like the heavy CG.
Oh yeah, Deep Rising is one of my favorite movies, and it's rough now. The monster at the end.
Yeah, but it's because we've just seen better and better special effects, and we've been trained to look for the CGI, basically.
Sure. So the tragedy episode, whatever, 6. 6. So yeah. You got a lot of notes on this one or not? Dude, I watched it twice, and both times it flew by.
It flew by, and it sucked me in.
Yeah.
I've got 2 pages of notes.
I sent
them... On the Ahsoka one, I had 7.5.
I sent or responded... What?
Just because it had so many more questions and everything. But this one just sucked you in, and it just kept flowing. Like, even the dull parts were really not dull.
Yeah, it just led into the next thing.
Yeah, and that's just because of who directed this episode.
Love it. On Twitter, I was Star Wars. They post their whatever episode for the week on their official thing, and I was like, "What was it? Give Robert Rodriguez a raise and more scripts to do."
Yeah, that was great.
No,
just the way you pulled it off. I've got a theory about the Oh yeah,
Mandalorian.
I know the Moff dude, Gideon.
Gideon.
Yeah, I think he's trying to be Vader. I think he's trying to get force powers. He's dressing up like Vader. He's trying to be Vader, essentially.
Maybe.
I think that's like where he's going. I don't know. Just odd, just how I felt from the opening. From that.
Well, it's either that or they're trying to make Snoke.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely not enhancing Dark Troopers. Because now they're just full on Iron Man robots.
Yeah.
But were they ever, like in the games? I don't remember.
Some of them were augmented. Some of them were heavily just like the brains inside the machine.
Oh, yeah.
It was just heavily augmented cybernetics, and then I guess they just went full droid now.
Yeah.
Easy to control.
Yeah, I guess so. So let's just start. They're flying to Tython, which I'm shocked because I thought it would take them till the end of the series.
Yeah, lost that bet again.
Yeah. It's like they heard everyone say they're never gonna get there.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, there's Ahsoka. There's a
freaking
Python. There's
in your face.
There's where you need to be. We had like 11 episodes of filler, and now we're suddenly where it needs to be. That's an exaggeration. Yeah. So they go to Tython. Twerp is sitting in the chair playing with the stick shifter knob.
Yep.
I still hate him. But every time he says his name and he goes, that makes me laugh.
I like the kid. I like his name. It's pretty funny.
I just like that he's so responsive to it now, and the noise that he makes whenever they say it.
Yeah. And he calls it a ball, and it's a knob.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
you should know better.
In England, knobs are something else, so they probably are just gonna. So he makes him do the ball trick. They call the ball to his hand, and he's super happy. And the kid thinks he's pissed at him, and whatever. That's just filler to me, I think. And then,
it's character development in a sense.
Sure.
They're interacting, showing that they're doing stuff on their way to the planet, basically.
Sure.
Like they're not just sitting there in silence.
I still think he should be training him. Like, get a Jedi to say, tell him to do this. And talk to him about this.
It's probably where it's going to go. Who knows?
I don't know. I'll bring in Ezra. So they're going to land on Tython. Finally. It looks completely different than the video games. And no, everyone's complaining about it online. And I'm like, you would think that if it was a well-known planet, the Emperor would have destroyed all that stuff.
Yep.
So I'm fine with it looking like California. It really does look like it. I was watching it today, and Andrea's like, I feel like I've been there.
Probably.
So he says, I can't land the ship there because it's all rocky and stuff where the temple or the top of the mountain is. And he says, we're going to have to go with the windows down. And I thought that's one of those jokes. It's like, it doesn't totally work because it's too relatable.
Well, it kind of worked because he didn't put goggles on the fucking kid again.
This is your biggest problem with this entire series. Put some goddamn goggles on that goddamn kid. He's gonna get a bug in his eye.
Or a piece of sand. I don't know. Anything. Sand's all over that galaxy. It's like
and it gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere, you know. Apparently not when you're flying through fucking
I like that joke keeps coming back like every week. There's sand and it gets everywhere. So they fly on the jetpack and get on top of the mountain, and they put the twerp on a round ball.
Yeah.
And nothing happens.
Nope.
And then Slave 1 shows up.
Was not expecting that at all.
At all.
Nope.
And it flew in, and I was like, oh God, please let it be him flying it and not someone else like Disney would normally do. I was like, it's going to be some woman. Some woman's going to be flying that and land it, and you're going to go. Because that's what Disney does.
Yeah. The first time you see it flying, then you're like, ooh, and then a reality sets in of what Disney has done to everything. Like, it's probably not going to be him flying it.
Yeah. And then, so it lands, and when he turns around, the kid's bathed in
Glowing.
a thing of light, a cylinder.
Yeah.
And then he tries to grab him, he gets blown back, and I have a problem with this because he tries it 3 effing times
Hey.
in there. The second time it knocks him out. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know what that means.
I know. I'm just saying. But, I mean, first time you fail, you get up and you try again. That's just common sense. You don't give up the first time.
Until the second time when you get blown back and knocked the F out.
Okay.
for like
that's when the
minutes.
next saying of trying the same thing over and over again is insanity. So,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, after a while, it gets crazy.
Yeah.
Just beating your head against the wall. But I guess he really likes the kid and he's going to do what he can.
Sure.
I mean, if my kid was in a glowing ball of cylinder and sitting on something, I would probably get knocked out a couple of times.
Yeah. But he looked happy, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a tranquil blue glow.
Yeah, man. That's all I'm looking for. And Andrea doesn't even watch this show, and she was like, I think he's protected.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. So he goes down to see who came out of the slave one, and it still looked like a woman in a robe to me when he's looking with the binoculars.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh god, it's another random character from Disney flying something that should be flown by Boba Fett. And then it's Boba Fett.
Yeah.
He shoots at him. They start negotiating. Do they negotiate? He's like, I want my armor back. I've been tracking you. Yeah. And everybody online is like, how do you track him? And I'm like, I don't give a crap. It's Boba Fett.
The galaxy is very small. It's not that hard.
Maybe he had a fob keyed to the stupid ship.
Everybody's tracking the stupid ship.
Yeah. No, I mean the slave. Yeah, right. Yeah, he had the fob. Fobs with no explanation from the first series or season.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, fob.
Fob, that's my answer to everything.
Sure. Just call it that.
So he's like, let's negotiate. I want my armor, and we won't shoot your twerp on top of the hill, which we should, because I hate Baby Yoda. And then he's like, let's put our weapons down and put down the jetpack. And I was like, why the jetpack? Is that tied to the wrist darts? Is that why? Because he's like, I'll kill both of you before rah, rah, rah. And he turns the thing on again, the swallows or whatever. And then he says, put down our weapons, put down the jetpack. And I was like, that must be linked to the jetpack?
It's linked to the story.
I just want a simple explanation. You tell me he can't fly now, and I'm like, okay, well, give me a reason, because he'd be up there like lickety-split.
Yeah, of course. But he can't get up there lickety-split because that would affect the story.
Right, so tell me that the wrist thing is tied to the jetpack, and I'll be like, all right, whatever.
No, because he got the wrist things before he got the jetpack.
Did he? I have no memory of season 1.
Yeah, I think he told him to take the jetpack off just so he couldn't get away real quick and get back to the kid when they were trying to negotiate. Boba Fett was trying to keep him there. Instead of being up on the hill.
A serious guarantee that if he tried that, she would shoot him in the ass, or Boba Fett would. He's not wearing a Beskar diaper, from what I know.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll wear an armor. You'll never kill me. And I'm like, dude, there's weak spots all over that crap. You should shut up.
All up in it.
Yeah, man. But anyway, so they negotiate.
Yeah. The sniper comes down.
Yes.
I liked that she says, looks like you've seen a ghost. Because he's got a helmet on. You can't see his face. I thought it reminded me of Toph.
I didn't understand that.
It reminded me of Toph from Airbender. She's like, oh, look, over there. And she's like, she's blind.
Yeah.
Everybody looks and it's like, I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just remember.
But did she mean that? You look like you've seen a ghost because it's Boba Fett? Or is she talking about herself?
He left her for dead. Yeah, he
Yeah.
left her for dead on the desert.
That's all I remember from that episode. It's some twerpy kid on a speeder bike.
Yeah, something like that.
Another twerp, not the green twerp. Yeah.
No, I got you.
Yeah. I love that Boba outshines Mando also.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
because the Mando's still a rookie basically, and they show that. And Boba Fett's an experienced fighter, which they show that very well.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
She pulls up her shirt partially and says it shows that she has robot abs. And I was like, okay, I don't even remember that episode, so whatever. And then, Boba also references Jango Fett saying,
Yes.
A simple man trying to make my way. Fun. I still hate the prequels. I still hate the clone Boba Fett thing, but I don't mind seeing callbacks to it, especially in this episode. Anyway, they say the bounty on the kid has risen. He wants his armor. Give him the armor. We'll make sure you get the kid back and stuff like that, or whatever, something like that. And then a First Order dropship falls into the scene. Do you remember the First Order?
Yeah.
They're coming. Someone had a theory online that they're making stormtroopers look so crappy in this series that you'll fear the First Order more. And I'm like, please no.
The First Order just reminds me of the Spartans from Halo. For the most part, except for the augmentation.
Why?
Kidnapping kids and putting them into the military service.
That's that's an old sci-fi thing. I feel like Star Wars did that
too.
That's real life too, right?
But yeah, I guess Star Wars did it. The Empire did that on certain planets.
Yeah, but in the EU and stuff.
Yeah, in the EU, of course. Not this stuff.
I guess
they're using ships. To tell you the truth, I really didn't pay attention to the First Order or anything that has come out to do with them.
This was like the first scene of the first movie. They come in on the drop ships.
Yeah, I really didn't pay attention to those ships.
Oh, well, I did. Who's the biggest Star Wars fan now?
Oh, dude, I love it all.
You're like, well, you can have it.
You can be that.
I like this show, but no.
I like the show. I did not like the movies from probably I kind of liked Phantom Menace.
Oh, yeah, you're going that far back. Yeah. I think Star Wars.
But after that,
this is getting off track. But I think Star Wars broke in 1997 when they did the special editions.
The special editions.
At that point, that's where my whole Star Wars is choose your own adventure comes from. I'm like, you can either have this version or this version if you can find it.
Yeah.
And the prequels or whatever, take them or leave them. It's like I hated the prequels, but the Clone Wars micro series, I got the complete trading card set because I loved that series so much.
Oh, the artwork was great. It was fun. It was quick.
Gendy Tartakovsky.
Yeah, they were, and it showed the Clone Wars in a better light than the movies did.
Mm-hmm. Well, the movies were it starts at the end of 2, and then it's over by 3, and it's like. Yeah. Okay.
What was this?
You basically presented all the boring aspects of the war. Thanks, George. What about the war in Star Wars?
There is no.
Oh, well,
negotiations.
There's some dipshit on Twitter that works for Lucasfilm, and he's trying to tell people that Star Wars isn't about wars, and you're like. What? Who are you?
It's about the wars of the galaxy.
Far away. It's in the goddamn title.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I get that.
So stormtroopers run out. Mandalorian runs back up to the mountaintop because he has no jetpack on. He left it behind.
Yep.
And he gets knocked back again and knocked unconscious trying to grab the kid off the pedestal.
Yeah, that was great.
And I totally, like, after watching it, I was like, that was totally just to give time to Boba Fett murdering people.
Oh yeah, of course. It's
Yeah.
Boba the Fett at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
it's just
backpacks got jets. I bounty hunt for Jabba Hutt to
Uh,
finance my vet.
and then especially when he gets his armor,
Yeah, we'll get
making
to
his
that.
way over
But
there. Yeah, I have no more notes after he gets knocked out unconscious, and then I
you
wrote
have no
Boba the
more
Fett.
notes after that? Did
I
I
just
just blow
watched
through
it.
all your? Yeah.
I just watched it and just kept watching it. I was like, I'm not pausing this anymore to write down what I'm seeing.
Yeah. And I turned it on, or no, I turned on Twitter. I was like going to bed. It was like 1 a.m, and then I looked at Twitter and somebody said something about spoilers or how long they have to wait for spoilers, and I was like, I might as well just watch it. So I stayed up till like 2, and then
I
I was
woke
like,
up to your things at 4 a.m. my time saying something, and I'm like, oh, I guess I got to start watching this now.
Yeah. So I just watched it. I was like, I'm not taking notes. Darth Grogan. Yeah, that's good. We'll get to that too. He's totally being an evil little monster.
No, I know, I love it. That's my favorite part.
All right, so did I ruin your notes?
No, I still have more. No, you're good.
Okay.
I remember what I watched, so yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I did like real rough ones today.
Okay, that's fine.
And then I was like, oh, it's over already. But I love when Boba Fett's got his gaffy stick. Is it a gaffy stick or a gadriffy stick? Because I think Luke calls them gaffy sticks when the Jawas are all dead in the first movie, but I never know the difference. Anyway,
it's probably dialect.
It's regional. It's like Han and Han.
Exactly. He's standing behind the rock and he's just waiting for him to come up, and then he just goes to town.
Like I hate
with that thing.
You know, I hate how people put down stormtroopers, but him blasting them in the face and their helmets exploding. Fantastic.
And completely believable. I mean, that's what that kind of stick would have done to that.
Well, I don't know how the helmets are supposed to be made, but
you would think there's some kind of like Kevlar woven ceramic plating type armor,
you would think
but
it would
they're not.
Stand up better than
to a blaster.
Especially in this show, it should stand up better to things, but whatever.
The Sand People's gaffy sticks, or whatever you want to call them, they can stand up to the harsh Tatooine desert and the animals that are out there, besides just the dragons and other things. So those things are pretty tough, and they're made for, I can't remember what they're made from, some kind of wood that's only down there, some kind of.
Yeah, I forgot.
And so that thing is like a field hockey stick, basically. One solid piece of wood that's just got a really big nub.
Yeah. Hey. So like everything in this episode, like it started with Slave 1 coming in, and I was like, please let it be him. And then it was him. And then the stormtroopers came out, and I was like, please show him murdering people. And he's just like wailing on them. It's like every single thing.
Again, and he was calm the whole time.
Yeah, but he had like a
certain point, he got really pissed.
He was doing this face, and then I realized I was doing these faces as like helmets are exploding and stuff. I'm like, oh my god. The script still sucks, but I was like, I can't believe it's been since 2015 and they haven't given people things like this that they've wanted to see.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, even with Boba Fett, it took them like 40 years to show Boba Fett as awesome as he is in the books and comics, with the knee rockets and the. Anyway, so he kills a bunch of people with his stick, bunch of stormtroopers. The chick should have been dead with the amount of stormtroopers everywhere and shooting at her.
She's got droid parts now, man.
I don't care. She back jumped into a scene and then turned and shot 2 and then 2 up there, and I was like,
droid parts.
Dumb. Whatever. I'm ignoring her because I think she's stupid, but the actresses are all right. But she kicks a boulder after.
She doesn't
So they
kick it, she
chase her.
pushes it.
They chase her with the mounted
Gatling.
cannon,
Yeah.
the E-web cannon, and I'm like dead.
Droid
And then
parts
she,
again. She's like faster than the average laser bolt now. The
yeah,
droid part like
well,
goes down to her legs or something. Probably enhances her legs.
Yeah, I don't know.
So she's able to like run faster.
I'm like, this show is still gonna make
That's
me
how
mad
they
on.
like push that boulder with her feet. She
Yeah.
didn't kick it. She like pushed it.
I got you. Nah. Still
Kicking
stupid.
it sounds like she came up and kicked it like a fucking soccer ball.
I exaggerate.
This guy.
I engage in hyperbole. What are you, my wife?
No, maybe.
No, she's fantastic. So she pushes a boulder down the hill, and I don't know if they were trying to make you think of Raiders of the Lost Ark with them being chased by a boulder. What'd you lose?
My drink.
Oh,
it's all good.
Yeah. What's that, Luke? Oh, that's your lightsaber. Gotcha.
Luke's
I lost my train of thought.
and Mace's.
Did you take a Master Replicas one, a part of Luke's?
No, Anakin's and Mace I took apart. Luke's is still together.
I gotcha. So another dropship comes in. The girl should be dead. Whatever. Boba Fett is killing people when he sees this ship, sees the Razor Crest, and the door's wide open.
Yeah. and he spots his armor straight. Like,
did he? Because I couldn't really see. I just knew that he knew it would be in there.
No, but like zoomed in just tight enough for you to like get a glimpse of it. And he's like so, the glint of loot crossed his vision.
He's like, hey.
So shiny.
As soon as he turned his head and looked at the ship, I was like, please go get the armor.
Yeah, and he's got to make it there.
And then next...
Because he was good far away, and you're like thinking, okay, it's going to take him like another 5 minutes to get to the armor, and we're going to... Like, I just felt like they were going to waste more and more time, but then all of a sudden it's just, he's got it on, and he's just...
So another dropship comes in, a bunch of stormtroopers come out. Mandalorian gets... Is it the third time? He tries a third time to grab the stupid
finally wakes up.
Gets blown back, and I was like, this is nonsensical at this point. And then he goes down and starts helping droid woman that should be dead already, and he's basically just acting like a wall between them and her. And then a bomb drops in and blows up, and Boba Fett lands. And then just starts murdering.
Just murdering him.
Oh, I meant to see if I could pull that up while we're talking. Yeah. And people are like, he has a dad bod now. And I'm like, shut up.
After 40 years, you would too.
Yeah, I don't even care.
And it's more of like, I mean, he doesn't have access to free weights. He's got like actual, like,
oh, yeah, he'll have like, that fat muscle that you get being old and killing things.
Yeah. Swinging a gaffy stick around.
Somebody posted a video of him killing people, and I was like, I have this on loop, and I had it on the side while I'm doing stuff.
That's fun.
Seriously, like 40 years of waiting to see him do stuff.
Yep.
Besides hit a wall and die. But also
he didn't die. He just fell in a hole. Couldn't get out for like 20 years.
But good grief, it was like pulling teeth to say that he survived or whatever. And they're like, look, he's fat. And I'm like, he's got like big robes on and stuff.
Yeah, he's got he didn't take off any of his like desert clothes at all. He just grabbed his armor and went.
Yeah.
He didn't have time to fucking get all snazzy dazzy about it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I am too. I mean,
especially when he's murdering, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, he looked great. I mean, I'm sorry we can't go back 40 years to Empire.
Yeah.
He was like super fit like the Mando is now.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. I don't think I can share audio, so I'll just play it. Burp, burp, burp. Share that. Let's rewind this piece.
Jesus.
What is happening?
falling into the Matrix.
Oh, I shared the wrong screen. The music's
great.
fun too.
Yeah.
Share screen. Let's try this again. This one. There you go. Now just murder people.
Bang,
Yeah.
bang. Yeah.
It's super awesome. Blew up the E-Web cannon, like
Yep.
ammo, wrist darts, handgun, wrist dart, punch in the
Just
face.
a whip, punch in the face.
I love when he this one right here, just boom, he like rocket fires him with a punch.
I should have known who the director was right then and there.
Yeah, I had no clue. And then the knee rockets.
Yeah, the knee rockets. This whole scene just screams Robert Rodriguez in every sense. But I was so pulled into the story.
I love this guy.
Oh my God, yeah.
Jump!
Get away from me! This was typical. You saw this coming. You knew exactly what he was going to do.
I was hoping this was another moment where I was like, "Please use the rocket."
Oh no!
And then as soon as it flipped down, I was like,
"Yeah." I think that was definitely easy to tell writing right there. You saw this coming, and yeah, that's great. And you knew he was going to hit the top one to take out that one because he doesn't have two rockets. And it was like, but him saying, "Oh, I was aiming for the other one," I was like, "Why would you aim for the other one anyway?"
No. Yeah,
that makes no sense whatsoever.
I think he was just screwing around. Boba Fett's mild sense of humor that isn't funny at all. Yeah. Yeah.
In that case, it was great. I love that sense of humor.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. Close that. I guess we should. Oh, so he blows up. So the twerp is adorable, sleeping on the stone. Oh, he falls asleep on the stone after as soon as Mandalorian's like, "I'm leaving, and I'll protect you," and then the barrier of light goes away, and he just goes burp.
Well, he didn't need the barrier anymore. The man said he would protect him.
Oh, of course. Killing, stormtrooper jump, rocket. So the ships crash, and then a shot from the sky destroys the Razor Crest. And I laughed so hard.
I did too. Yeah, it was a good laugh. I was like, "Oh, there it is. There it goes."
It's even funnier because HasLab did a crowdfund for the Razor Crest toy, and it was a $400 ship for your 3-inch figures.
Oh wow!
And now they blew it up. And somebody posted they're like, "Here's a preview of the next HasLab Razor Crest project for season 3," and it was just a crater. And I was like, you guys.
Nope, he's gonna get the slave one.
See, that's my fear. We'll talk about that. Then Gideon sends down the Dark Troopers.
Yeah, I wrote that the Dark Troopers are now droids, and then I was like, wait a minute. So I crossed it out, and I went and looked up Dark Forces to make sure I was remembering correctly, and they were droids in that too.
I think there were phases.
Yeah,
then it confuses me.
Cybernetics, and then there was something else that was the final one, but
it
didn't function because you blew up the factory.
Oh yeah, I did. It was glorious. Because in Battlefront, they look more like regular troopers. That always confused me.
In Battlefront, yeah, I don't know.
The old Battlefronts, the good Battlefronts,
or the old ones for the PS2.
The PS2 Xbox ones. Trooper.
Those ones.
They have a slightly different design than the toy.
These ones look like a mix between the KSO and Iron Man.
KSO? Oh, K2SO?
Yeah, K2.
Yeah, because they have the wrists that are just circles.
Yeah.
Oh, he's right here. Because he's got wrist circles. Wrist circles. Yeah, and he's black and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about that.
I guess the only thing that made them really troopers was that their helmets are stormtrooperish.
I guess. And they're from a ship.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. See, like, people are like, the EU was never canon, and I'm like, yeah, it was. There were levels to it. They had different hierarchies of canon to them, like S canon and C canon and whatever.
And they brought them in. Like, Kyle started off as the Dark Troopers, or Dark Forces.
Yeah.
He started off as Kyle, and then he eventually ended up in the mainline books of what the EU was, which made all of that canon.
Well, they had a thing where they said that if it happened in a game, it actually happened in the universe, but maybe not necessarily in the way that you saw it, or how you experienced it. And then also, like, there were like 4 different games that had people stealing plans to Death Star, the first Death Star. Yeah. So I kind of like that more than just the Rogue One, because it ends up being that like 4 different sets of plans had to come together to get the whole set. Right. So you got Kyle finding them. There was some handheld game with like a Twi'lek chick where she does like backflips and stuff, and she was stealing plans, and then like 2 other things. So I kind of like that more than, here's the hard drive.
Right.
Now it's on a floppy. You're like, how did that scale down? But yeah, I don't know how I like the Dark Trooper. Oh, so that was the thing, because people online are like, at least one guy's like, the canon isn't it. The EU was never canon, and I'm like, it was. It just you had to actually read, and because
that's all anyway, the EU was. We didn't have, the EU was only reading.
Yeah,
there were some games like, but there was way more book material and reading material compared to the game. So yes, the EU was only reading. The new stuff, I feel like you got way more visual media.
Terrible visual media.
Way more visual media than you do the reading material.
Yeah.
Unless you count like the super young adult books or preteens and stuff.
So they were like, it should be that you take from the EU and put it in movies and stuff. And I'm like, it's just a worse version of what came before. Like, those stories are glorious.
No, yeah.
And like, and they're always like, oh, the EU is trash and it had so much bad stuff. And I'm like, Marvel has bad stuff. Nobody cares.
Has bad stuff. There's like, you think every Spider-Man comic or every Superman comic is great? No, there's shitty stories throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, especially for a 40-year-old property.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people drive me crazy.
It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, Star Wars fans are the worst, me included.
I think they're all fanboys are crazy.
Oh yeah, no matter what you're into.
Or girl, fangirl. I'm not saying.
I am. Stuff's for boys.
No.
Yeah, women are ruining everything. Anyway, so then the Dark Troopers that aren't as cool as real Dark Troopers take the kid. Boba Fett chases them.
Oh yeah, snatch and grab.
Yeah. Well, see, this was a nitpick I had with them, because if you send down 4 troopers and you expect some kind of resistance enough to send down 4 of them, when they land, 3 of them should take up positions to be ready to kill, and 1 of them should retrieve the object. And I was like, I don't think that's really a director's fault. That's more of the CG department sucks.
Oh yeah, that too. And yeah, so they had to write around it, and that was the way they did it, because they already used up enough of their money doing the Boba Fett fight scene.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, they probably just did 1 walk cycle and then cloned it 3 times.
Most likely.
So the ship blew up. That's why Boba Fett's in his ship, and he chases the Dark Troopers, and he sees that they're in something that looks like a Star Destroyer, and he says that they're back.
Looks like the nose of a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
It looks like the nose got chopped off, and they're like, ooh, let's put some engines back here.
To me, it looks like really terrible First Order J.J. Abrams, Ryan Johnson designed Star Destroyer.
Oh no, that reminded me of like a broken down Star Destroyer that they patched engines to get working.
That would be cool, but all the stormtroopers are so shiny and white this season compared to last season when they were just covered in like mud and dirt.
Well, they
They
didn't
don't.
escape for a while. They got cleaned up. They went to a water planet and washed all this shit up.
Ah,
They went through a car wash.
yeah. Okay,
They're trying to
fine.
be
I
more
accept
like
it.
military. Like they're trying to be presentable. Like
Yeah, maybe they're gaining money or something. Someone's funding them. They're starting to
possibly.
pick back up. So he finds the ball in the crater of the Razor Crest
Yeah,
because, of course, he would, and
of course.
the spear that he got last time.
Yeah,
Yes,
Beskar
and
spear,
I put
legendary weapon.
Beskar is adamantium.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm surprised adamantium hasn't made his way in here yet.
Ugh. Well, it has now. It's Beskar. That's why everybody wants it.
No, yeah, sure.
So then,
yeah, they talk and again, and it's gather the party time.
yes, but it's Boba Fett. He's like, we'll stick with you to get the kid back. And I was like, at least another episode or two of Boba Fett.
Yeah, we got what? 3 more? 2 more.
Two.
2 more. 2 more with Boba Fett at least.
Yeah. And then this is where my worry is that they're going to kill him and give the ship to Mandalorian.
Most likely. Well, I don't feel like they're going to kill him.
He'll die.
I feel like, no, I think he'll go back off to Tatooine.
And do what?
He got his armor, or he'll go to Mandalore, or something. He got his armor back for a reason. He wanted his armor back. Yeah, he wanted his armor back for a reason. So, but why did he want his armor back now? He knew where it was. He knew Bob had it.
Yeah, he would have to have.
Or Cobb. He knew he had it, but why would he make a big deal of it?
Mm-hmm.
Like when the Mando took it, because he took it off planet.
So
maybe maybe Boba knew where it was. He was fine with Cobb using it because he knew where it was, and if Cobb died, he knew he could get it back.
But yeah, I guess. Yeah, he would need a purpose. So that's the kind of logical thinking that I don't think they're gonna follow through on, and they'll just kill him. You'll be like, oh, well.
I mean, him just going back into the shadows is perfectly fine with me.
As long as he has his armor and doesn't die, and he has his ship and doesn't give it away. Yeah.
And
yeah, I'm fine with
maybe
him.
He helps the Mando build a ship that looks like the Slave One, or combines like Slave One and Razor Crest together to make a new ship.
That'd be interesting. And then Hasbro has another crowdfund, and it costs $500 to buy it. And then the next season they blow it up.
Yeah, of course, because then you make more toys. That's how it goes.
Yeah. So they fly back to Sexy Cara Dune's planet. I can't ever remember the name of it.
Nevis.
Sure.
North.
Sounds great. And he says that he needs Bill Burr to join his team again. And I'm like, I hate the cameos.
Yeah.
It's not that Bill Burr did a bad job. The entire episode, I was like, that's Bill Burr.
Yeah.
That's just Bill Burr. They just what?
It's going to pull me out of the episode again.
Mm-hmm. And he did a fine job. It's just, that's Bill Burr. I listened to him insult Philadelphia for like 45 minutes, and it was hilarious. So yeah, back in the Empire ship, the twerp is jacking up some stormtroopers.
Yeah,
throwing them around, and he's definitely becoming evil.
Oh yeah, definitely using the dark side, force choking, throwing them around. Yeah, it was great.
So then he gets tired, and then they shoot him with a stun, and I was like, and then they're like, put shackles on him, and I was like, where'd they get shackles that small? They're like this
Empire.
big.
That's the Empire, man. Of course, they had them made.
They had them on them in a little utility pouch, like Batman.
Yeah, they're always arresting babies.
Oh yeah, so that we can train them.
Yes.
And then we show off the Darksaber again, and blah, whatever.
Yeah, just showing, hey, we still got it. Here it is.
And then Sean goes to bed going, holy crap, that was the best episode of the entire series. It still has a lot of problems.
Yes, of course it does. But I mean, at this point, whatever. I'm just there for the visuals and the easy story that it's giving. It's not complicated. It's not like you can't figure out what's going to happen. It's just out of order.
It's just
how I thought it was going to be.
Not as exciting. It's just mostly boring because it's mostly just go here, do this thing. Go here, do this thing. I'm like, oh my god.
I know. It's
action. Star Wars is action. Give me action.
Yeah, it hasn't been action since the 80s.
Right. Yeah. Well, except for that Darth Maul fight. That was like the peak of the prequels. And then all the lightsabers, the fights after that sucked.
Yeah, for the most part, it all just...
Except for the micro series and freaking animated Grievous murdering Jedi in the wreckage of a Republic ship. Amazing. He goes up on his hands and he's fighting with his feet.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry not to fly through this episode today. I just wanted to get to it and stay on track.
I find it kind of funny that we're done with one of the best episodes of the series in like 45 minutes when we were on Ahsoka for almost an hour and a half.
It's because she sucks. And you have to tell people why she sucks because they don't think she sucks. She sucks.
She has her moments.
Yes. But
I did go back and watch that season finale episode of Rebels, and yeah, she does show up there at the end.
Oh yeah, she's like walking into a tunnel or something.
No, she's just standing there waiting for the Boba Fett chick, the Mandalorian chick.
Sabine.
Yeah, and they go running off together.
Oh, so there was a rumor, but because people were like, Boba Fett's going to be in this show, and they were like, oh, it's probably. I think they were like, I don't know where this information came from, but it was like, oh, Sabine is going to be the one in the Boba Fett outfit, like Kathleen Kennedy
I heard that
was trying to force it through or something, and I was
no.
That's another thing.
That it would be her, but she has her own armor. Why would she go back and wear that?
To make fanboys like me be pissed.
Wasn't Boba Fett in that series? He didn't have his armor then, did he?
He was in Clone Wars. I don't remember him in Rebels, but I haven't been watching it for a couple of last week or whatever. I got to the episode where they're like, we need to go get these experimental B-Wings, and I'm like, ugh, you're ruining the specialness of them being in Jedi and the A-Wings. Stupid A-Wings flying around and shit. They were new. Yeah. That was another aspect that was cool about those movies is every movie there was something new in the technology, so it felt like progression through time and war effort.
Right.
No, everything just exists.
Yep.
That was like a third issue of the Star Wars comics that Marvel started doing. Luke jumps on a speeder bike, and I was like, oh. Because that didn't show up until Jedi. Also, like the very first 2 or 3 pages, they're trying to pull a heist, and they land on this Imperial planet, and they're all dressed like effing Lando from Return of the Jedi. And it's like, you guys are ruining. You don't even know how you're ruining this.
They're just doing stuff to do stuff.
You're just doing stuff.
Yeah, and they use and callback to help you identify with other things.
So lame. That's such weak writing.
Yeah, make up your own thing. Come up with your own shit. But you can't do that because, that takes effort and time. And people want it now, and so they just do what they gotta do.
Lame.
Money's money, man.
It's not an excuse.
Oh.
Sometimes you have to do it for more. Whoa.
Yeah, but that's not what's important anymore.
Oh, I do have another GIF to share with you. I thought it was a bold choice to make Boba Fett do this in the show. Yes. Yes, sir.
I always like those ones.
Yeah, I love Boba Fett stuff. Oh, there's the rocket.
Yeah, the rocket.
Boom.
Kaboom!
And then I like that he's just standing there as it blows up behind him.
Yep.
Yeah, I was cool with this. He looks awesome.
Gandalf.
Whatever. Gaffy sticks.
Yeah. There's the
should have died.
Abs of steel. It looks like abs of like pistons.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. Honestly,
yeah.
when she was pushing on the rock, I was like, that thing's gonna break. All the stuff you missed in the show because you don't watch it as much as I do. Meh. Sure.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Like Scotland, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Because it looks a lot like places I've driven past in California.
Probably did.
Like my one friend was like, "Oh yeah, oh that was the other thing." So now that the Baby Yoda is sitting radiating light on a stone and stuff, I think last week I was like, if Ahsoka can fix the timeline and get rid of the First Order and the sequel movies, I'll be completely fine with her. Same thing with Baby Yoda. If he turns into like some kind of ultra powerful thing that destroys the sequels, I'll be like, best character ever.
That's funny.
There's no Kylo Ren. Dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, Boba Fett knows who Luke is. So he can mention to Mando to take him to Luke.
Well, they don't need him now that he's already called out to something, probably.
Who knows who he called out to?
Does that mean whoever he called out to is going to...
matter who.
So now that he's kidnapped, are they going to... Here's my stupid prediction. They're going to rally the team, go to find them, and someone else is going to show up, and it'll be whoever Jedi that he called.
Yep. Possibly.
God willing, it's Luke Skywalker.
That would be amazing. You would probably break the internet, though.
That's what you want. You want more subscribers.
You think you'd want to do that.
Unless you're Disney and you're too concerned with hiring diverse staff members that hate the subject matter and hate the fans.
Yeah. I get it. That's why I just don't care anymore. They're never going to do it. It's going to be probably some character from one of these cartoons or...
It's Ezra.
Some time traveler.
Oh, people are like, it's Mace Windu. And I'm like, that would be even worse.
That would be amazing. He needs to have a fro and a cheeseburger when he shows up.
And brass knuckles that say bad motherfucker on them.
Yeah. Then I'll be done. That's his lightsaber. It's got brass knuckles and it goes around.
It's like built into it.
Yeah.
It's a handguard. I am sad that I've never seen that because for the longest time I always wanted to see a lightsaber fight where the guy turns off his lightsaber and flips it around and just bashes him in the head and then flips it around and turns it on again.
Yeah, that would be funny. And it slices his head off. Yeah. Good stuff.
That'd be great. He's just like, bah.
Or just like pistol whip him with the lightsaber handle.
Yeah, it'd be great. I've never seen anyone do that.
Well, come here.
Whoa, Joe. Yeah, it should be Luke. It should 1,000 times be Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, but people are like Mace Windu. And I was like, what was he doing for the 50 years or whatever? Not 50 years, but like
kind of
like 25, 30 years of the war effort and stuff, like the Civil War going on. He was just hiding out or what? Why didn't he find Ahsoka and then start doing stuff?
Wasn't he
Why
like,
don't we
digging his way out of the sewers or something?
He's dead.
He fell into a trash compactor and got taken to the dump.
And then he built robot legs.
And he
like
found
Darth
some ooze.
Maul. And he found some ooze. Is he
Like
like a
Shredder from
Ninja Turtle
Terminator.
now? Oh yeah, he's a super Windu now.
Super Windu.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed this episode, even though it still looks like a fan film. The show still overall has a lot of problems. I appreciated that I could, for a half hour, just enjoy seeing a character behave the way it's supposed to.
Yeah. I get it.
It was like the last one, the last JJ movie. It was awful. I struggle to remember specifics from that movie, except that the only thing they got right was Lando. He actually behaved like Lando. And I was like, oh, you survived, sort of, because they ruined you in Solo. But for the most part, it's like old Lando and Boba Fett are the only two things they got right.
Is Lando, no matter what.
I love that he does all the voices for like all the cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
And the
what
games.
Else is he gonna do?
I don't know. He's like 80 something now.
Exactly.
But I still enjoy every time he shows up and it's his voice. I'm like, this show's terrible. But still, Billy D. I don't know. Anyway, Boba Fett, he was awesome. I'm glad that he was kicking butt.
Kicking butt. Yep.
And I really hate that, like, people would criticize that. There's the internet. The internet's a mistake. They're like, oh, they did the worst thing and gave fanboys what they wanted. And it's like, die in a fire. Because you're the worst kind of human being. There's no reason that everyone shouldn't get something from this.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't look at
you don't
crying on the internet, so I don't get.
You don't.
You don't care.
I take the brunt of it for you, and I
really appreciate that.
I report back.
Yes.
You're not missing out. They're just all stupid.
Oh no! I mean, I hear you tell me about it, and I'm fine with that. I'm good. I don't need to go check it out for myself.
That's like my Darth Vader drawing video that I did the other day. I did 2 videos in a week. It was weird.
I saw.
And this weekend I've done nothing. I just laid around. My Darth Vader video, I was like, we're all the biggest Star Wars fan now. It's nothing special.
No.
Yeah.
It's still. Oh.
What?
I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah, Steve's distracted by toys.
Yes,
all right. Well, I'm gonna hang out with my wife before she has to go to bed. She gets up super early.
Yeah, same with my wife. She's already in bed.
Yeah. I think mine is reading. I don't know.
I went to bed about 2 hours ago. Her and the kid.
Time to go jump on the bed and bang some pots around. My God.
Maybe. That might be fun.
Yeah. Scare her. Get one of those foghorns.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah. No doubt.
All right. Take care.
We only got 2 episodes left, and I'm looking forward to not having to talk about this every week.
All right. Are we going to go back to
whatever
random nonsense, or you gonna find another thing to review?
So I don't know. I don't watch too many new things. They mostly suck.
What are we watching? Me and Lindsay are watching The Crown. We're on season 4.
Is that the chess one or the Queen one?
It's the Queen, the Royals, British Royals one.
Oh yeah, I think Andrea was watching that. We don't have Netflix right now, but we will in January, I think.
I don't think I'm watching anything else really. The Star Trek Discovery. It's kind of interesting now. They're in the 32nd century.
Oh yeah.
I guess they're staying there too, so they'll never go back to their real time. So that's why this discovery is never mentioned in the old stuff. So it's really weird. It's odd.
Yeah.
I just don't like how they're making it all about one person in this universe type thing, and they're just following her story and making like everything about her.
Sure.
I miss the old Star Wars
Trek.
way they told the stories. Star Trek, of like how it's about the crew, because different people every time, and it never feels like it's all about one person when it should be about the crew of this ship. Yeah, it's the name Discovery. I mean, you would think about the fucking ship.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I have no interest in that show.
Yeah, I get you.
And Picard, and
I can't wait for the next Picard. That
Lower Decks. I don't
Lower
care
Decks
about
was
any
actually
of it.
more fun than I thought it was going to be. It was, at first, I felt like you told me how they were just making fun of it without really understanding it. But then I powered through like the first couple of episodes, and then it was actually really good, and they did an excellent job with it. Excellent job.
I look forward to your review.
That was it.
Your review videos.
Yeah, no, I don't do review videos.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. This is about it. I mean,
yeah, that's fine. It takes up too much time. That Starfire video I did is getting some traction.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, last time I looked at. Sure, anything that grows the channel, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
People are telling me to do more, and I'm like, it's like chasing an outrage article. I need to wait for Marvel to do something stupid, or DC.
Oh, don't worry, it's happening.
But they did it like, I don't know. In that video, I was like, I hope they don't do anything stupid for a while, because I got to finish this other review first. I don't have time to keep up with it. Yeah, whatever. They're fun. They're relatively easy to do. Draw a quick picture, record your screen, speed it way the F up.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, I totally didn't do the intro today or anything.
No, you forgot to hit the live button and
yeah, I did.
Right into it.
Yeah, I did. I was like, why does this feel so weird tonight? Well, let's just read it now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us. I'm Sean Cromwell, creator of Smacked in the Head, the animated series comic, and host of Random Back Issue Comics on this very YouTube channel. I'm joined with my high school best friend, Steve. This is where I learn how to stream, and we talk about nonsense. All right, so then let's do the outro. Folks, if you stuck around this long, I want to ask that you like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on the Instagram, I have those. I already had. See, I prepped and then still didn't. Anyway, share screen. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I am the real Sean Crummel there. I post when I'm doing live streams and videos, and then I post nonsense toy pictures and stuff. And I got to see this. Did you see this? Did I send this to you?
Yes, you sent that to me.
Yeah, he's much shorter in person.
Is it like a?
It's metal. It's like 600 pounds.
Wow.
It's in front of what used to be the movie theater that no one goes to now because it's closed because California sucks.
Yeah, everywhere sucks.
Yeah. And
the last place I would want to go right now anyway is a movie theater.
Yeah. It's based on Jim Lee's Hush.
Yeah, I can tell.
Someone else sculpted it.
By the ears.
There's no mention of Bill Finger or Bob Kane on it at all, which is weird. Someone was like, it's a... whenever an event or someone dies, you put up a statue. And it's like, well, here's DC Comics is officially dead. Here's its memorial. And I was like, oh, I should go see that.
Yeah. It's probably going to be turned into like AT&T Comics or something.
I don't know.
That's who owns it now.
Before the show, I saw someone did a video about HBO Max is struggling and firing all of DC was for no reason. I have to go watch it. I don't know the details. I'm sure there's an article out there somewhere.
Probably.
Anyway, poor comic industry. So follow me at The Real Sean Crummell. If you want to follow Steve, he is the SJP second to HS. I always screw that up. Hey, I didn't like that one yet. Nice.
I put that right before we started.
Oh, yeah.
I did that.
Okay, so it's not my fault. It's your fault.
Old Boba.
Yeah. What? Bilbo?
It's old Boba. It's the first Lego Boba.
Yeah.
Because it's old Boba in this
That's
episode.
all. Yeah, I have that one, and that's good. I get it. That's very clever. I have that one, and I have the one that came with the carbon chamber and the better gun.
Yeah, he does. His outfit is way better. He's right here.
Yeah.
I gave him a stick for gun.
Oh, yeah? Jesus. Hold on. Yowza. That's like the Samaritan from Hellboy.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
So I gave him that.
Nice.
But he has this. I hate this part.
The what part? Oh, his face?
Yeah.
Well, get a black Lego head.
Mando comes with a black head.
Oh, really? Weird.
Yeah. They don't show his face. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, so that's really weird about this show too, is seeing him and Boba Fett, and he's basically what Boba Fett always should have been, with the not showing the face and a lot of the same attributes. So it is a little strange to see him talking to Boba sometimes.
Yeah, I think Boba Fett lost his
mystique,
his religion. No, his religion out in the desert. Like, he doesn't care about the creed anymore, type thing.
I don't know that he ever did. Now that George made him a clone.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, see, I ignore that. He's still Boba Fett, and he acted like Boba Fett here, and he didn't act like the clone Boba Fett he did in the stupid little kid version of himself.
Yeah. And I always hated those a-holes that are like, he's not technically a real Mandalorian. And I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Like, he's a clone?
He originated what a Mandalorian is. Do not give me that crap.
No, anybody can be a Mandalorian. Any species, any person who wanted to take the trials to go through to be a Mandalorian could.
Yeah.
That's what they liked about the Mandalorians, about themselves. They took anybody who had the guts to do it. Basically.
To take the hit. Yeah,
basically.
If you guys want to follow my comic, I post pictures and occasional updates on there about my comic book, sci-fi, cartoony, Smacked in the Head, the animated series, hopefully crowdfunding in the near future. You can follow it at The Real Smacked in the Head. And that's all I got. Oh, I'm also on Twitter, but Twitter sucks. I always forget that.
Well, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, I did this meme too. I'm sure there's a lot more that I could put in there. Kathleen Kennedy on the difficulty of making Star Wars sequel films. There's no source material. We don't have comic books. They got the Blurg from Ewok Adventure, the Tython in Old Republic, the effing Troop Transport, the Dark Troopers, and Thrawn is coming at some point.
Yeah.
But they don't have any.
See, I don't want to see that in the Mandalorian TV show. I hope after this he goes back to being like a bounty hunter and doing bounty hunter stories or something.
I think if Baby Yoda is not. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like a different bounty each week. Go to that format.
Oh, that'd be fun
for a season or two.
That'd be fun, but people complain about Monster of the Week type episodes, and those are like my favorite ones in the X-Files. I hate when they do the lore episodes.
I don't need that either, but I mean, I hate that format because it gets tiring after a while. Like, I'll take a season or two if they're 10 episodes. If they're if they're 8 to 10 episodes a season, I can do it. But when you do 23 episodes of the Monster a week, it's kind of boring. Well, okay, X-Files, that's fine. The Blacklist got boring. It was the bad guy of the week. It's not the monster of the week. It's the bad guy of the week storyline. It's whatever. It's the villain of the week.
Sure.
It's so tiring.
Yeah, well, that's TV.
If you keep the format the same, I mean, there's a way to do it without it being repetitive.
Yeah, it depends on the writing.
But right now, it's we'll just do one long story then, and so they make it
Mhm.
And then they try to break it up with little stories here and there, but it all connects at the end of the season.
That's
Ooh.
probably for the best, but I don't know.
I guess I'd rather have it just like Fringe. Fringe did great. They were able to do the whole Monster of the Week thing and keep it going, but
Uh-huh.
they kept a fresh spin on it each time.
Yeah.
It was never, and they kept the story going. Like each story was its own, and then it connected to the bigger story. I liked how they did it.
I'd rather see a movie, a Mandalorian movie, and cut out all the filler.
There is no filler. I mean, if you put this thing together, you would have a movie.
Frog Lady wasn't filler.
You get rid of the credits and have it as roll as one long thing. I guarantee you it'll be the perfect length for a movie.
You'll still have to sit through the Frog Lady.
Yeah. Just turn on the captions
Fast forward.
and just watch them.
And fast
Frog
forward.
screams in frog. Frogman screams in frog back.
That's good. Then they pop open the container and he just pisses in the eggs and
only fertilizes one.
Yeah, in two episodes. Two hours of my life are completed with
They weren't even that long episodes. They were like 30 minutes.
I'm gonna exaggerate.
Yeah.
But I am gonna go.
Okay.
No, I
Take care.
don't mean to cut you short, but
No, you're fine, man.
yeah.
Go hang with your wife.
Yeah, she's probably gonna be reading and she'll be like, leave me alone.
Enjoy.
No doubt, you too.
Yep.
Everyone else in communication. No, sorry, it's that or okay. Good night, everyone.